And welcome to EDUC 631. My name is Michael Boyd, and this is the Digital Millennium Copyright Act and Staff Development Education Discussion Board. The discussion board question, topic 4, was in order to comply with the requirements of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, an educational organization must provide copyright training to its membership on a regular basis. What do you think would be the most effective means of providing that training so that the participant get it and follow the organization's copyright policy? But first off, one of the things we need to understand is that the law basically is designed to protect copyright, not only for intellectual property, but for digitally transferred items. One of the exceptions it makes is to education, and education is granted what's called a fair use exception. It's not always been in the law. In 1998, when the law was first passed, it did make an exception for K through 12, although it did make it for film students and universities for higher education, but it never did it for public. So the law has changed, and in 2012 it was finally interpreted to include K through 12. And so the law is very specific about what has to be, and one of the main requirements is that there has to be copyright training for all staff to promote the use of the law. So one of the things that I think is going to have to happen is you need to determine, first off, that you need to include all staff. This can't be just one or two or haphazard. This has to be systematically done so that every staff buys into it. And while we can do system-wide, district-wide, and new employee professional development, the problem is that so often in most professional development events that are informational like that, is you lose the staff. They don't really buy into it. They don't accept it as their own. So one of the things I would suggest is create a cooperative professional development, assigning teams to review the material annually, so that they work together to learn the material. I also suggest that they create digital learning, professional learning communities to discuss copyright